Brakataya Hawa, Brakataya Hawa Shai, Brakataya Hawa, Brakataya Hawa Shai, Brakataya Hawa, Brakataya Hawa Shai, Kala Hawa Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashem Kodash. Double honors to our elders and our apostles of Great Millstone, and a shout to the sincere elect out there. Keep pushing, Ariel, back at you with another lesson. So, what are the Foo Fighters that was fighting the Japanese pilots? I just tapped that in because I found a video that the long lost video I was looking for. During World War II, and we're going to check it out, a fiery phenomenon terrorizes American army. Was it army? In the night skies over Europe. The pilots call these fireballs, otherwise known as Foo Fighters, and swore they moved at over 200 miles per hour and defy the laws of physics. So, yeah, I just wanted to check out this because, yes, the Chariots of the Lord, because that's what they are, the Chariots of the Lord, UAPs, or they call them UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon, or UFOs, unidentified flying objects, but they're the Chariots of the Lord. That's what they are. Nah, this is the video. You check out this video. This is turn that noise down to avoid any unnecessary stupidity from Google or TikTok. So, yep. So this is them in action. This is them in action. I got a scripture while that's there. As a matter of fact, let's read that. Let's read that little. This is all documented. It's all documented in Esau's documents. Right. This is chapter 6. Orbs. Right. They've got their books. So once again, it's documented. So this is I'm going to read this. Right. It says in the highlights, the yellow highlights. One of the most common types of UAP that are often reported is what? So this was around 1945, Second World War, from around 1942 upwards to 1945. This is what they was dealing with. All right, we call orbs, which are small, luminous balls of light, or in some cases smooth, because for those that may not know, right, it was the Chariots of the Lord. We were dealing with they called them Foo Fighters, right? This is the history, and the title of this video is going to be the UFOs, the Chariots of the Lord, go right back to the very beginning. As a matter of fact, they go back to the beginning in Genesis, right, which would be the angels, the Alahayim. They're the ones that are flying the chariots. The Alahayim, which the Most High, or Yahushua, gave the blueprint to form the earth, the sun, the moon, and the stars. The earth, the light, the darkness, the light for day, the darkness for night. Right, the beginning that goes into Genesis. It describes what they are. Right, if you really want to know, right, get into the book of Genesis. The Alahayim, which they formed the earth, which Yahushua gave them the blueprint to do so. That was in the beginning. Bara Asha, the beginning. That's the book of Genesis. So the so-called chariots, or the so-called orbs they call them, or UFOs they call them, been there from the very beginning. They've been inscripted on certain coins. Right? The more you get into it, the more you realize this is not no new phenomenon. Right? UAP. It's not no new phenomenon. They've always been there. Right? Describing them now, balls of light, in some cases smooth and metallic spheres. This is nothing new. We know that. In World War II, orbs were reported regularly, and right before that, World War II and World War One. Right, once again, all the way to the beginning. Right, regularly in and around Allied and Axis aircrafts, so much so that they were nicknamed Foo Fighters. Yep. This is in that's one of the bands. You just skip there, just skip to the other video, but this is the guy who's got the band. We don't have to watch that, but they nicknamed their band after that name, Foo Fighters. And in describing it, it catapulted them. Just the name itself catapulted them into stardom. Let's get back to this video. So that's them there, right? These are all the documented things that were documented in their newspapers. I've muted it. I've muted it so we don't get no kind of unnecessary stupidity from TikTok. You know what I mean? To avoid any unnecessary stupidity, I've muted it because it got music in the background. Right, there you have it. There. This is there was in confusion. Floating mystery ball is new. Right, Nazi air weapon. This is what was all printed when they started to get shook when they started to see more of them. Supreme Headquarters Allied Expeditionary Force, December 13. A new German weapon, this is what they thought, has made its appearance on the Western air front. It was disclosed today. Right, the American Air Force reported that they are encountering silver-colored spheres in the air. Right, over German territory. The spears are encountered either singly or in clusters. Sometimes they are semi-triangles. And there you go. So this is what they saw, and they was shook. You got more prints of this one here. Yankee arming rue unto the new German devices floating silver balls. Paris, it was everywhere. Wednesday we disclosed it to have thrown a new device onto the war. Mystery silver balls floating in the air. Pilots reporting seeing these objects both individually and in clusters. Forays over the Reich. The purpose of the floaters was not immediately evident. It is possible they represent a new anti-aircraft defense. Because the Mossad, as we spoke about yesterday, he's always intrigued. He knows what's going on. This is his movie. But his angels be intrigued and they be watching, taking notes, documenting it, making a record of all your devices that you got on the earth. Right? You know, all your weaponry, your devices, your military weaponry, your cluster bombs, your what you think no one knows about. The angels can look through walls. They can visit you. That's what they've been doing, visiting your silos, your military bunkers, and in some cases, messing them, throwing you under confusion, turning them on and off, right? So that you know you ain't running this your thing, yeah. Right? Is the angel of the Lord is in control, right? Turning on your mechanics, turning them off, turning on the lights, turning on your countdown for the bombs and making you get worried. So in instruments or weapon, because he's always there, the angels are always watching, right? Because the Lord's eyes, as it says in Sirach, I'll tell you what, let's get that, because that's really what they are, right? And this is Lord willing, this is going to be a straightforward video and to the point. I done went into it a bit yesterday. I'm just finishing off, putting the finishing touches on this, right? Because I found the video I was looking for. So we're gonna get this. We might just need one scripture in this video. So Sirach 19, and it says here. Okay, let's Sirach 23, and yeah, that's the one, and 19. That's the right way round. Sirach 23 and 19 says, such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Right, that's the chariots of the Lord, the UFOs you call them, but that's described in various different ways, like his clouds in the sky, because they can cloak, or his eyes, right? His eyes, or the chariots, right? You call them. You got all your different names for them, but they're really the Lord's eyes, or the Most High's eyes, that go to and fro to watch what you're doing. Sirach chapters 5 and 4, because you're the thief and he's keeping record of what you're doing in the earth. Right? Knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men. The scripture's saying it. And considering the most sacred parts. Yeah, he goes in India, watches what you're doing with your silos, your military bakers, your stealth bombers, all your different types of bomber ships, stealth bomber ships, and planes. Watching what you're doing and you're thinking that it's you. You're in control of the war. It's not you. The Most High. He gave, and as a matter of fact, he's the one. He gave. Let's hit that one too. Let's hit that one too. Let's hit it. I let that one play in the background. That video. See, that's them. You know, that's the reported video that they reported. This goes back all the way to 1942, up to 45, the Second World War. Let's get this one. Isaiah 17. Nice. Isaiah. Let's get it right. Isaiah 54 and 17. We're going to read 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. He gave you all these the wisdom to create these weapons, right? And it's talking about the waster, which is the intercontinental ballistic missiles that's going to destroy. That Most I gave you the wisdom to create such things, and all the other things you've got too that you think no one else is aware of, right? It's I believe it's France that has the ability, that has the weapons to be able to travel great distances, and I believe it's Russia, but that could be a future video. Russia as well, that have and I believe England's up in there, but I could do a future video on that. Who's leading in the arms race? And it's going to give me who's leading. I'll tell you what, I can do that now. Let's ask a question. What country is leading the arms race? All right. What country is leading the arms race? And it could give me a whole. I'm going to do a future video on it, but here's the point here. United States leading the arms race. Russia deploys these weapons here. All right. So you got you got the numbers there. United Kingdom 100, you got 120. France 280. Right. These are the weapons. What country is leading the? Hold on. Let me think. Country is leading in the hypersonic missile. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. China has a hypersonic missile. Yeah. China, world leading hypersonic missiles arsenal, and continue to advance in deployment of conventional and nuclear arms. That's exactly what I was going to ask, but I found it here. China, yeah, and nuclear arms, hypersonic missile technology during the past year, says U.S. Department of Defense annual report to Congress. China. Okay, what top 10 countries had the most powerful nuclear weapons? There's another one there. Oh, the most powerful. Russia has the most powerful, and the United States together possess over 10,000 of them, more than 90% of the global stockpile. Other nuclear armed states include China, France, the United Kingdom, India, Pakistan, Israel, undeclared, and North Korea. So Russia is leading. The 10 countries has the most powerful nuclear weapons. Russia's leading, and the United States is second. All right, I just want the top three. So more than 90% of the global stockpiles, other nuclear armed states, China include China. Top three: Russia, United States, China. Top three. But then you got the others coming in as runners up. France, United Kingdom, Pakistan, Israel. The runners up. but they don't get no medals for being runners up. But Russia and United States get it. They get it. But Russia really and truly. But that's really the point. I just read it. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth in the coals in the fire that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and have created the waster to destroy. But yeah, just mate, I just wanted to do that little bit of side report there. But yeah, the Chariots of the Lord, these are what they call Foo Fighters, go all the way back, right, to World War II, 1942, 1945, but you can take it even further back than that. You can take it to the beginning, the Bara Asha, the beginning, because they're the angels of the Lord, which are our big brothers. Right? The angels of the Lord in the chariots, because that's what they are in the chariots. They're the angels, our big brothers, and you can't stress it enough, right? They're our big brothers, the angels. So brothers, continuing your lot, keep the prayers going. Soon they're gonna intervene. There will be a right. So this was. Let's make it clear. This was a divine intervention. Although they didn't really be hands-on in this one. There wasn't hands-on, there was observing, and watching what was taking place in World War II. Right? The Chinese said they saw them, right? The United Kingdom got shook seeing them, observing them, right? Just watching, and they were shook. They made all these reports of them, documented reports of them. But when they come for the final time, and by the way, yes, there's been interactions in other cases, right? They've seen them over the White House. They've seen them in different countries, all these different countries in the midst of war, Iran, Iraq. They've seen them because they're always present. The angels of the Lord are always present. His eyes are always there, 10,000 times brighter than the sun, watching the devils go to and forth, right, with all the things that they've created, which the Most High gave them the wisdom to do it. So, this is what it is. The angels of the Lord is nothing new. That's the point right there. The angels of the Lord, the chariots of the Lord ain't nothing new. They go right back to the very beginning. And it's the Most High. He raise up mankind so that he can have a good fight with them. He rose them up just to lick them back down. That's Obadiah and Isaiah 14. He rose you up because he wanted a good ruckus, a good fight, to lick you back down to earth, to humble your ass. Because the earth is his footstool and the heavens is his throne. And you don't belong there. So the Wadiyah Bashim Shai, I just wanted to put the finishing touches on this video. Yeah, the so-called Foo Fighters or the Chariots of the Lord go right back to the very beginning, the Bara Asha. Until the next one, we are.